you as well. Got me another boombox. Another monitor one. Spent most of yesterday restoring this device. Completely dead when I got it. I welded the binding post back on, put some new screws in it because the back was falling off it. So I fixed that. The record playback switch was very dirty. This wouldn't work at all. I touched the audio output with my finger and the amplifier worked, but I got nothing from here. This wasn't doing nothing. I had absolutely no output whatsoever. So I've cleaned the record playback switch. It was very dirty. I had to plow on it like mad to get the radio to come on. Fix that. There's another switch inside here which is for the switches everything on for the cassette deck, and that leaf switch was a bit dirty, but contact cleaner fixed that. This needed contact cleaner and alcohol. I had to plow it several times to get this to work properly, and it's fixed now. It all works real well. The capstan motor was loose and flopping around. The rubber mounts had turned to biscuit, and they just crumbled away like a biscuit. So I've had to make up new mounts and everything. I remount the motor, replace the belt. It's got the tape counter belts are loose, but they still work. It's got an auxiliary input, and a monitor switch when I'm recording, which got to have it on low because I was scared the crap out of myself last night when I was testing it. Have it on high, and this thing plays at full volume when you're recording, so you have it on low. So that works good. That switch, that was very dirty as well. Got the aux, we've got the beat cancel, and we've got a mic and a remote. Made in Japan, model M2422F. Multi-voltage compatible. Really well made. It plays tapes good, but this capstan motor and this is at a fixed speed. I can't adjust it unless I change a pulley, because the new belts are thinner than the original belts. That's why it runs a bit slower now. But I'd love to experiment with pulleys on the capstan motor. It's got the brass one with a screw. I can just take it off like the Panasonic one's got the same pulley. So I'm going to have to find a correct pulley for this. It runs at 420 Hz instead of 440 Hz in the test tape. Clean the heads, they were greasy and dirty. It was all oil and just a combination of oil and residue mixed with dust. It was caked on those heads. So I cleaned all that. Pinch roller was really good. Cleaned all that up and it works really good now. Pause works, that was stuck. Fixed that. All works quite well. Nice and loud, this one. I'm going to turn the microphone off here. Tone works good. These pots work good. These are dirty and scratchy. I clean that. It's got a nice speaker. With this, what is called a dual speaker grill. This actually acts as a tweeter, as a resocode. And this will actually boost the it boosts the highs like a tweeter. It does. It actually works. I look at the owner's manual on Google for this thing. It's called having an effect of a tweeter, a dual grill setup. It's kind of cool. I covered that, and sure enough, I had a difference in the sound. It's amazing how it acts as a wizard cone on a speaker cone. What a cool concept. This all works. See in there. A metal plate. I got another one of these metal plates. Got to put my other Sanyo boombox. I got to find where I put it. I did keep it off my bedhead radio. I had to get working. I kept that metal part off it. That's going to go on the other Sanyo when I find it. This wasn't working, it was stuck. I fixed all that. That spins really good. Really good that. Had to alcohol those crusty old rubber idlers. I'll probably change those tyres at some point, but it works fine at the moment. It all works. It works quite well. Okay, well I've got this other battery here. It's about 14-year-old. It don't restore. Yeah, there's obviously a limit to what these C-Tech chargers can do. I tried a linear charge, I got it up to 13 volts and I got to about 50 cranking amps. And it wouldn't go past that. This and here couldn't fix it either. Sure enough, it dropped 2 cells. It was worth a try. And this is my other one, I Epsom salts. This is at the old Lincoln welder we got sitting out the shed at the other place, the cousin's place. Completely dead, but I've I think it's going to revive amazingly. So give the C-Tech a run for its money on this one. This thing won't go over 50 cold cranking amps. It goes up and it dies on the arse and picks back up again. It's got an intermittent fault in that battery, but it's good to see how good these C-Techs actually are. It's paid for itself already. Too big. Let's see what it gets up to now. Yeah, about 30 milliohms, was over 150. It's gotten a bit somewhere. 153 cold cranking amps isn't too bad. 153 out of 530 cold cranking amps. That's actually not too bad. And this one here, we've got boosting up to 16 volts. It's slowly starting to come back up higher, slowly. A bit dirty there. Getting better, but the voltage is high because of that. These are staying really good now, so let's see how good this battery can go after the next couple of days. It's an R1J Philippine, proudly Philippine made battery, just like the supercharged one. I put a screw through the one I dropped the cylinder the video on ages ago. Yeah, it's the same manufacturer. Proudly Philippine made. I tried to proudly repair it, but it's proudly shagged. Can't be too much left in there. Was a 720 cold cranking amp, but it's negative that. 2002, 2003, 2004. So somewhere around there, you have a 14-year-old battery. That's got a good removable hydrometer. I might keep that. Anyway. Let's check my scooter battery on the solar panels. Take this off and give it a good test. Let's give it a test. I've re-glued this because I leaked a tiny bit there. I missed a bit with the glue, I leaked a little bit. Should lower this down to 100 cold cranking amps anyway, we'll see what it gets. 13.9 volts, 81.21 cold cranking amp out of 100. That's gotten pretty good. That's not too bad. The sun charges this one quite nice. That's that getting actually charged. It's perfect with those little SLAs, the sun. Anyway. It's interesting to know, I've heard testimonies of batteries like this over 10 years old and a C-Tech fixed them right up, but I guess it's just this type of battery. I should have tried on Deep Cycle or some other sort of batteries, but just haven't got any of those at the moment. I might stick these dead batteries on Marketplace because someone was looking for these to cut up and make fishing sinkers out of them. But I might see if I can find someone who can does battery recycling. I could just swap some of the ones like this for some a Deep Cycle one. See if I can just do that. I went to pull this out yesterday and I forgot this is off. I forgot about this. My silicon let go. I did this because I thought it was Epsom salts. Yeah, not too bad in there. Probably gotta put a bit more water in them actually. There is water in there, but it's a tiny bit low. I might put some more in there. Put some more water in those, wouldn't help, wouldn't hurt. Anyway, for the completely dead batteries, this did get this to charge initially, because when it's completely dead, neither of those chargers work unless you put them on supply mode. And if the count doesn't now, it turns off, but this one, it's on no matter what, so that's good for that. It did actually help a little bit, but no, this one's no go, it's dead. make them drop all of its cells completely now. But anyway, decided to go shopping at the recycling centre. The good thing about it is there's always some good stuff there, and the money goes to the local charity groups, which is something I support. So it helps the disabled people, the employs disabled people. So yeah, they will help out, chip in, do a bit. Look through some old gardening junk, and then they had some newer ones like this, but they were good nick and everything, but nah, I want something that's going to last. So I've seen this in the pile and grabbed it and tested it. Held the pressure, so I grabbed it for $2. A stainless steel one. I'll just change the hose and put a better lance on it eventually, but this has been holding pressure for almost half an hour now. It's about 60 psi in there. So it's proof it's worth. Gotta get a strap made up for it so I can carry it. Because the ones you buy from Bunnings, they're just freaking junk. So yeah, they're just dangerous actually. Some of the chemicals you use them and it blows up or leaks and springs a leak and sprays chemical levies. And if I go Bunnings, I just go to my local recycling centre and I got this beauty. A proper bloody one. There we go, just sealed back up. The seal on there is replaceable too, it's a common O-ring, so I can fix and rebuild this if it wears out completely. That's a fire extinguisher gauge on there. It's pretty good score, I'm happy with that, a proper bloody one. Still wet from when I washed it. Pure stainless steel as well, which is really good. Anyway, still wet from when I washed it. Other than that, nothing much else has been happening here. I've been busy. The tile switch is still going good. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.